tried to use it if God's willing. God spoke to my heart. He said, I'm always willing when it comes to me. I'm not going to say no. I'm always willing when it comes to me and I call you. So I don't use that phrase. I know I'm going to be there unless I drop over into long sleep or he comes. I know that. Going to end now. The New Testament is Luke, chapter 2. God spoke to a man, Abraham, a grown man. Then spoke to him. Abraham went through, did what God wanted him to do. He let the Lord know where he stood. Now in Luke chapter 2, only one of maybe 2 verses in that chapter 2. Beginning with the 41, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. Understand that this was not a religious event. There's a difference. It was not a religious event, but it was a custom. Passover. It was a feast of the Jewish and the Hebrew tribe. So there is a difference. Tradition is what killed Jesus and put him on the cross, because it was the priests, the Pharisees, and Sadducees that come against Jesus. So there's a difference. There is a custom. And our custom is what we're born into. If you're a black person, you got certain foods. You like grits and chitlin and greens. They have their own music. They have their own way of dress. That's their custom. That's what they're used to. The white people, majority of them like cowboy boots, trucks, country music. They have their own tradition. Barbecue, potato salad. Native people have their own tradition. And only we know that tradition or that custom, I would say. Because Jesus and his family abided by the custom. And the custom of every year was the feast of Passover. What is the Passover? Let me explain this for you right quick. The Passover was when Moses was getting ready to lead the children out of bondage. And the last thing that went of the plagues was the death of the firstborn. And the only way they got out of that was they put the lamb's blood over the door, and the angel would pass it. It wouldn't set death in there. So the firstborn of every family in that whole town, they died. The death angel took them. Even took Pharaoh's son. And that's what Moses said, get out, go. But as he sat there, and this is why I say this, as he sat there, his son's death did not make him better. It made him bitter. Oh. He said, you go all the army, you go out there, you get Moses, and you kill all of them. You get rid of all of them. He became bitter. But when I began to see, it was every year, Jerusalem, every year at the feast of the Passover. That was their custom, because they were honoring the doorpost of the Lamb when the death angel passed over. So they had a feast, they celebrated, they ate. That was their tradition. Now it says, his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. So wherever they lived, they were going to Jerusalem for this feast. That's why a lot of people have a gathering because of the testimony